Welcome. I'm Frank Pleasitz with Vyral Marketing. You know Ryan. That's why you're here. Longtime client of our firm. You guys want to know how to increase your business from your database using video. And not just that, you might want to learn how to work remotely and do this from afar. Where are you at today, Ryan?
I am in Barbados. I've been here since November,
Not bad. And where's your real estate team?
New Hampshire.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think there's some to discuss there today.
It might be.
It might be. So I'm going to walk you guys through today how to round up your databases, export them, scrub them, get a reconnect message out to them through email and social media. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do it, as promised. In addition to that, we're also going to talk about how to make sure a lot of these people spend time with you, your past clients and your sphere and your leads at scale. So they remember you and they see you as the competent, trusted expert, and they get to know you in a one-to-many way with educational videos. And then once you have that attention in your database, how do you convert that attention to leads? How do you convert that attention that you're getting on social media, the clicks and engagements on emails, whatever it may be? How do you convert that to leads and appointments? Those are lead magnets. And we'll go through some of the lead magnets that Ryan is sending out to generate and spike response from all the people paying attention in her database. And, one of my offers to you, and we'll do this right here at the beginning for 30 seconds, is if you like anything that we cover on this webinar today, obviously we are an advertising agency and Ryan's a happy client of ours. And if you do like the idea of maybe working with us to execute what Ryan's doing, I'm going to put a link here in the chat for a free trial and you can review this. And what we'd like to do is essentially do everything that I'm sharing with you on this webinar today for free. We
Whoa.
will export your list. We will scrub it. We will send a message out and create a landing page with a lead magnet, which we'll get to, at completely no charge. Maybe even modeling some of your stuff, Ryan. How's that?
That sounds good. I mean, that's a deal, I think.
It is a good deal.
Yeah.
And all the details are on that link.
Yeah.
So if you like anything we talk about today, you want some help getting it done, there you go. There's the call to action, Ryan. I'm done. Let's get
Okay.
to your story, shall we?
Okay. Lead the way.
Tell us a little bit about your decision when you realized you needed to do a better job of staying in touch with your database using video. Let's get the context of the problem that need to be solved and the results you're getting from this. And then I'll go into detail of how everyone here can actually go into it today.
So the problem was, well, the problem I was trying to solve is like how one was execution of at least a 36 touch, but as we know, we need more than that to keep top of mind. So it was the execution was that, and then it was also how do I build a business that doesn't revolve around me? And so I saw video as a way to leverage be like geographically unbound, but use video to tell a story, be top of mind, still be the thought leader within the position that I want to be within my networks. And then yeah, and just rip off the band-aid of being afraid to be on video. I remember my first video, I was so stressed. And I realized like I needed to be held accountable to the cadence of doing video because I knew that that was the leverage that I needed to be able to like live free, I guess is a good way to say, like not have to be in person all the time.
Yes, that was like one of your motivating reasons besides with your story getting out of debt
Yes.
was you wanted to be free and travel the country, arguably the hemisphere or world,
Yeah.
where you're spending your time more on leadership and publishing and your
Yeah.
agents are doing the one-to-one sales work while you're doing the one-to-many work.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit to fulfilling that need of why you went down this path?
Yeah, I just like I was really successful at doing the one-to-one. I was doing 50 transactions myself a year with no leverage. It was insane. And I was like, there has to be a better way. We've built this little it was like a broken machine at the time, but it was like pumping out business. And I was like, there has to be a way to scale this, streamline this, and make it valuable to other people. And so that's where I was like, if I can use video and partner with somebody to help me execute it, because I don't know how to send out emails. I don't know how to do the blog, put it on the YouTube and everything. It was like I need that who to help me do this. And so that was really like when it was like, all right, it seems like Vyral is a great partner in this. And then it held me accountable to this high level work of creating the video, filming the video, and then stepping out of the way. I think a lot of it too is like learning how to step out of the way. Like who's the person that can do it at a high level and then get out of their way?
So the problem you had uh, was you needed to put a consistent long-term touch in place that added value versus
Hmm.
just like resetting your clock reminders, right? Or
Yeah.
recipe cards.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually add value, and now I actually use it to add value to my agents so that they can be in front of their
Yep.
database too. So like now I'm in it less. In the beginning, it was mostly me, and then now it's like how can the agents are now telling their story using it as well, which is another point of leverage.
So the 36 touch on the consumer side, I'm going to put this in the chat for everyone. The recipe for this 36 touch is like, 3 pieces of decent content a month.
Hmm.
What we found is the best recipe for that is 2 educational videos a month, generally answering a commonly asked question or at a higher level telling a customer success story, and 1 lead magnet a month.
Hmm.
One item of value that you send out that you offer in return for people's contact information. And on that link I posted in the chat to everyone, that is a wonderful touch program for your database, specifically all your past clients, centers of influence, all your lead nurturers, basically everybody in your CRM, everybody in your cell phone. We'll get to all this. Everybody in your Google contacts. We'll talk about how this is a little terrifying when I asked you to do this, Ryan, back in the day. All right.
Hmm.
And put them all this stuff. But then for those of you that are real estate leaders, maybe you're recruiting, building the team, trying to attract other realtors into your life to come coach with you or work for you. I'm going to post another 36 touch here in the link, here in the chat, rather, a link in the chat with what that looks like. And that's where you're publishing commonly answers to commonly asked questions of helping agents that are probably doing somewhere between, I don't know, 4 to 12 deals a year, um, grow their business. And then you have the lead magnets that work well on that side. And there you
Hmm.
have it. So I think you like the plan, right?
I do like the plan because it
You like the
also
plan.
like set it you like it runs for you other than you do have to show up and do the videos. But outside of that, the touch we have more than 36
Mm.
touches because yes, it's the 2 emails and the lead magnet. But now these videos live in YouTube, and I've gotten opportunities like I was interviewed by the National Association of Realtors podcast because of a video. And then I think recently New Hampshire Association of Realtors put like did an article on AI, which I clearly must have done a video about AI. I can't even recall, but they like saw my video somehow through YouTube. It wasn't even from email. So it's like not only are you getting those touches, but then you're creating that SEO that pays you back in return in different ways.
So when it comes to delivering on the reason we have this webinar, how do I get more listings and more business from my database with video?
Hmm.
I think it comes up with why would I want to do that? What's the benefit you shared? Um, okay, what am I going to send them?
Yeah.
Shared it with you. What does that look like? And then when you mean database, what exactly are you talking about? How do I get that list and how do I get it where you actually receive a message? We're going to get into that. What I would like to hear is generally, what are you guys accomplishing if you're open to sharing? Maybe how many homes you're selling, per agent productivity, gross commission income volume. Is there any numbers you can share? Maybe where you were to maybe
Yeah.
where
So
you are now? Maybe this had a small piece to play in that growth.
one of the things that was really important to us was not to work more or not to do more units, but to do more high intentional units. And do make more in less time. And so I think videos really helped us do that because originally we were doing like 130 units, but a pretty low price point. And so agents were doing a lot of reps, but not making great money. So this last year we did the least amount of units we've ever done. I think it was like 94, but we did the most amount of volumes, 54 million in volume. And
Wow.
the most GCI we've done, most GCI per agent, multiple 140, 200K in GCI net to the agents. And I do think that that has a lot to do with the video because we're building trust in a way that's different from like a, just online leads or just the volume. I think we're getting more quality interactions, which for everybody, like I'm all about life by design. So like I think I saw one of our agents is on attendee. She's in Turks and Caicos right now for 2 weeks. And so like part of being on our team is like, how can she also live her life by design where she's still working and has a great business, but she's also living abroad and she's doing videos about her lifestyle and how she can be um an asset to her database in different countries because she also bought a real estate investment property there.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we tell this story through video. So I think the other thing too is that you guys do such a great job at providing scripts and ideas, but for us, we took it to a level of like, how can we just make it a story that we want to tell that feels natural to us? Because I think that authenticity is what also connects our database to us in that a way that now we're getting better quality business from it because we're just showing up and telling the stories we want to tell.
And that's the higher level of content creation, everybody. You'll start with just answering commonly asked questions to build your skill set, and then you're going to graduate to telling stories.
Mhm.
Got it? The whole facts tell stories sell thing.
Because I think we're on like 4 years of doing this. So
Yeah.
we've definitely, in the beginning, it feels like a fire hose. Like you're like, what is happening? But then as you start to get the cadence, you start to like build your voice.
So about 3 more minutes, then we'll get into the how to execute this as it's promised to all of you. I would like to ask you, you know, you set this mission to the people for those on your team to let's like make a lot of money, but let's not like kill ourselves in the process and have work-life balance that doesn't necessarily show up in the financial statements
Yeah.
of achievement.
Yeah. There's more to life.
Um, oh yeah. Well, I think I hit a third rail with that statement. There is, and I agree with you. What would you say was the number one North Star in how you run your team of where you focus to make sure that you hit that mark?
Are our agents going on real vacations for 4+ weeks where they're unplugged? When I could say yes to that with everybody and they're earning more than they did the year prior, then I feel like we're winning because I mean, just even to get somebody to commit to 4 weeks takes a couple years. Like we have to fight with them. So for me, that's kind of a benchmark of success. Like, are they truly unplugging? Are they showing up with their family? And are they earning the most that they earned from, year over year? So I guess there's not just one thing, it's like the combo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And that decision of having the 4 weeks vacation
Minimum. I mean, that's
minimum
inspirational. I mean, some of them we're
is the
still
filter of all your decisions of all the business systems you put in place to make sure that they all end up at that goal.
yes, yes, yes. That's why we have 7 days a week admin coverage. Like they're very leveraged. Like one of our Brenda, I don't know if she's still on, but she also takes every Wednesday off to be with her grandkids. So like that to me means I'm winning because I built something that then somebody can lean on to be able to show up to their family at that level. Like I don't
Well,
I mean, I'm excited to grow and build something that's like 200, 300 units, but that only if that's also happening.
so for those of you watching this, how many of you would like to maybe take the first step of a long journey to go in the direction of what Ryan has?
Mhm.
We can go through it today. All right. Just curious, how many agents are on your team right now?
There's 5 of us.
Great.
Yeah.
Small, close team, high per
Mhm.
agent productivity, profitability.
Yeah.
Top
Yes.
three lead sources.
our 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 referrals. So about 54% of our business comes from people that know us, like us, trust us. And then we are now getting like the next one is call-ins because we do have a huge trust profile with third-party sources. So we get a lot of call-ins, and then after that, it's like online leads.
Okay. Let's now talk about, let's move into the meat today of doing Vyral. And you guys can go execute this on your own. I gave you guys an offer here of completely free trial. That if you'd like to work with us for free to execute essentially everything I'm going to go over with you at no charge, I'll post the link here again. So there's no risk whatsoever, no money trades hands. I just want to earn your trust of what it'd be like to work together long term. All right. And let's get started. And this is exactly what we had you do when you first started, Ryan, at least on the consumer side for listings and buyers, which will take this direction today. Okay.
Yeah,
So, all right, Frank, we got to stay in better touch with the database with video to get more business. I get it. Where do we start? Well, we got to get your whole database in one place. Now, in a perfect world, you would sit down and have this beautiful spreadsheet of all your past clients and their contact information. And then you go click another button. You have this beautiful spreadsheet of all your centers of influence, right? And you have this other beautiful spreadsheet with full contact information, all updated of all of your lead nurturers and people who took an appointment but didn't sign with you, just all ready to go. And you just beep, boop, bop a button and it's an email program. Said no one ever,
sure.
right? That's the perfect world. So I'm going to take you guys through a shortcut that will get you to that point within about 20 minutes. That's good enough to get this going. And I'd like you guys to follow along with me. So if you're watching this live, this is kind of a workshop we're going to go into to do it. Let's actually do it together. Let's go. Let's build your database and shortcut getting to what we have of those people to reach, which are the true people we're trying to communicate with. All right. Cell phones, pull them out. I'd like you to maybe follow along with me, Ryan. I would like you to go to the App Store, whatever the store is that you're using. And there's an app called Export Contacts by Covey, C-O-V-V-E. I'll hold it up to the screen. Here it is. Looks like
All right.
that. Is that in
Mhm.
focus on
Yeah,
my screen there, Ryan? Do you guys see that?
I can see it.
Perfect. Export Contacts by C-O-V-V-E.
And it's $4.
It's worth it.
Okay.
I wish I got paid on it. I don't.
Okay.
If you buy it, it'll tell you how many contacts you have in your cell phone.
Hmm.
And you see that little button that says export right
Yeah.
there at the bottom?
Yeah.
Done. Click that button,
Huh.
email it to yourself, and save that file right to your desktop.
This
Oh,
is
by
not
the
this is not how it was 4 years ago.
oh, yeah, it's gotten a little easier. By the way, for those of you who are recruiting, for those of you that are in leadership, you have a agent that's struggling financially that really doesn't want to cold call or has a small database for referrals and doesn't have much money for advertising. When you walk them through what I'm walking you through to open their eyes of what's available to them to market to, it's a real game changer. So for those of you in leadership, this is a really good uh, recruiting value proposition of what
Hmm.
you can do for them when they come follow you. All right. So first list on your desktop, done. Everybody in your phone.
Wow.
Hang in there with me with what I asked you to do with it. Just we'll get there. All right. But just get on your desktop. Next, I'm going to assume many of you use Gmail. Okay. I am going to go to contacts.google.com. And if you guys use Gmail or Google Workplace or something like that, please do the same. Contacts.google.com. I'm going to pull up my screen. There we go. How's that? Here's my browser. Contacts.google.com. And if you have Outlook, you can probably do the same thing. Now, what I want you to do is click Other Contacts. This is basically everyone that you've sent a personal email to in your entire life. Click that. Okay. And then I want you to click the very first link in Google Contacts. And then I want you to select All. And by the way, if you're actually following along and like to participate, if you like to put in the chat maybe how many contacts you had in your Covey export or how many contacts you have in your Gmail, please do. I think that'd be kind of interesting. I have 19,000. My goodness. All right. And make sure when you put in the chat, choose everyone. That way everyone sees it with who you post it to. And then you go over here and click export. Ryan, I'd like you to
Okay.
grab that list.
Yeah.
I can't even get to tell you how many people I've met with in my career. They're just, we're at like a Panera Bread or at the bar or something like that. They're like, dude, I got to get some business. And like, I just can't sit here on a dial all day long anymore. Like, dude, I got you. Grab your phone, grab your Gmail, right? Or Outlook. Let's save that uh, file on your desktop. And then, whatever CRM you're using. Ryan, what's your CRM of choice?
Brevity.
Okay, great choice. So you can pretty much go to Google. This is not hard. I'm sure there's a gazillion videos and AI will tell you right there how to export all contacts from whatever your CRM is. See that?
Yeah.
Just type in your CRM of choice. And if you have an old one, type that in too. And then follow the instructions. All right? Follow the instructions. Now, a little pro tip in your CRM. When you export all your contacts from your CRM, I suggest you suppress or leave out anyone who's unsubscribed or bounced. All right. And now on your desktop, you'll have everyone from your cell phone, everyone from your Gmail, and everyone from your CRM that you have probably interacted with your entire life. And it's not perfect, it's not ideal, but it's fast and it gets the job done. It's a place to start as a foundation. Okay.
Yeah.
Now there's a problem. A lot of those emails are bad. Bad emails. Do not send an email with that raw export. No, no, no. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to go to a service like Never Bounce. This is something we have here at Vyral. We have an enterprise account. And this is going to dramatically improve your email deliverability and protect your sender reputation by getting rid of all the bad ones. And you're going to take those three lists, upload them to Never Bounce, and then download your freshly clean list. And now they're all legit.
This is this is what you just do, right? Like we just sent, I think
Yeah,
I,
this is
yeah,
why you paid us because we
yeah.
know
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like I said, anyone here, free trial link. All right. We'll walk you through it all. No charge. Um, okay. So now, okay, we got these three scrub lists. Now what? Well, let's go sign up for a really good email marketing program. Now, the email program that we run at Vyral, and there's pros and cons to all of them, is you have an Emma Essentials account, Ryan. This is where we send your emails through. I'm pretty sure you should be, unless you changed it
No, no, I think you send it through Emma.
on it. Great. This is what I recommend. I won't go into all the reasons why, but this is a enterprise top level deliverability, a little more expensive email program than the dumping ground and maybe like, with all due respect, like a MailChimp. All right. So you sign up for something like this. And then what we do is we take those three clean lists, upload them into the email program. It will automatically now deduplicate. So at a time frame of maybe 30 minutes, if you know what you're doing, you'll have a fully scrubbed and deduplicated list of everyone that you've ever known or who knows you in your entire life ready to get an email. Not bad, huh?
Mhm.
You can also take that list and upload it to Facebook And if any of those phone numbers or emails match, you can actually boost a post or run an ad just to those people. And there you go. Little side tip. Uh, Ryan, we have Zapier at Vyral. I don't know if you've set it up, but I would make sure that there's a zap happening that anytime you add or update a contact in your brevity,
Yeah.
it goes over to Emma and it goes over to Facebook. And we'll set that up for you. We have an enterprise Zapier account. But that kind of requires getting on the phone with us and doing some pretty detailed matching. And that way, you kind of reconnect with your whole existing list. And then you go out in the world and advertise and prospect and meet people who in your CRM, and it automatically now goes on your 36 touch. Any questions so far from anyone about we're moving in the direction of how do I get more business from my database with video? Do you have any questions, Ron?
No, I didn't even know you were doing all those things on the back end. I think for me, I'm always just like who, not how. And so you just like showed me a bunch of stuff I didn't even know was happening.
Well, you
Yeah.
found the right who. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just nice to be able to show people like here's the work. You can do it yourself or you can hire a company to help you. But this is the
Mhm.
plan, right?
Chad just asked, your messaging is going to be quite different to different email sources.
Nope, same thing.
Well, I guess, I don't know what he means by sources, but I mean, there, you can have multiple accounts where like we're doing videos,
Yeah.
the buyers and sellers, and then we have a different account that we're doing videos for agents, if
So
that's what he,
Chad, yeah. So Chad, you can have two accounts with us. One would be for consumers, buyer sellers, and you have a totally separate account for like agent recruiting.
yeah.
Yes, those are totally separate lists, totally separate messages. Most likely, Chad, what you are asking, if I'm correct, is uh hey, this is like a big database of everyone I know. Is the 36 touches just general for all those people? Yes. In fact, what I'm going to do now, and if you want to mark this point in the video, what are we in? 28 minutes in? This would be a good marker to go back to the replay. I am going to give you the email message that works so well to write up just a plain text email, nothing fancy, no images, no graphics, the plain email. And I'd like you to load up and send this to literally everybody and post on social media and boost it. And it's going to separate the people that are not interested from the interested. It's going to invite people to unsubscribe, which is great. That's great. It's great click through rate. And they also don't click the spam button. That's what you don't want. So I'm just going to kind of ad lib it, Ryan, and you guys can take the transcript and write this up for yourself. And this is the message I'd like you to send. And at the end of this, I would like you to answer in the chat how the message made you feel. And would you be comfortable sending something like this out to literally everyone you've known your entire life? All right. Subject line, um, important real estate market update. Your friends, clients, family, I'm writing you since we're connected on social media or you've done a deal together in the past. And I just want to let you know that I want to step up and do a better job of communicating with you. Here's why. The existing home sale report that came out a couple weeks ago in the tank. All right. It dropped considerably if you've been paying attention to the news. In addition to that, we all know that affordability is an issue and housing is a big part of what's going on in our political landscape and at home. It's everyone's most largest expense, without question. Good news is that mortgage rates are actually at 3-year lows right now. They're actually kind of pushing right around 6%, maybe even dropping below. The point is, what you're hearing in the national news when it comes to housing and what's going on isn't necessarily what's happening here in old New Hampshire. And I'm talking to buyers and sellers and people in the real estate market every single day that are asking me like really good questions. And I figured it'd be a good idea to answer them, not only for them, but also for you on video. So going forward, I'm gonna do a better job of keeping you informed of what's going on. I send you a couple of videos every month answering some of those commonly asked questions I'm getting from buyers and sellers so you make some really smart decisions when it comes to real estate, whether you're buying, selling, moving, investing. I know what's up. All right. In fact, my first video is just going to be on a market update of what's happening with home prices here locally. You'll probably get that here in about 2 weeks. Now, with that, I do know this email is out of the blue. Thank you for reading it. and you are welcome to unsubscribe. Just scroll down to the bottom of this email and click unsubscribe. No hard feelings. You will not hear from me again, I promise. Okay. But if you did read this far and you are actually considering selling at some point, you can actually click here and find out what your home is worth based upon what homes have sold around you. And with your consent, I'll call you, maybe FaceTime or Zoom into your home or send me some photos that can factor in the unique features to figure out what I'd actually list it for in the MLS, given what your home is going up against in your neighborhood. And if you are thinking of buying, you can actually search all homes for sale on our website, like all us realtors do, essentially on the MLS. And you can go here, type in what you're looking for, and it'll give you really pertinent updates when new properties come on the market that fit your criteria. So you get the first crack at them before someone else gets them. So you're welcome to click here and, you know, sign up for my home search tool. And by the way, just so you know, again, if you happen to read this far, I am available anytime for a complimentary buyer selling strategy call. Here's my calendar link. Tell me what you need to do. Tell me what the outcome is that you want, whether you're on the buy or sell side, and help you kind of craft and line the stars up of what you need to do now with the right order of the dominoes to get the intended result you want, whether it comes to selling, get a good price, or buying, getting a good price, either or, depending what side of the transaction you're on. So I only get paid if the deal goes through at a price and terms you're happy with. As far as I'm concerned, my advice is free. You're welcome to use it. So give me a call, book a call. I'm here to help. You're a little more in market and think about doing something soon. I look forward to staying in touch. Thanks for reading all this. You'll have my first video shortly. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Ryan, there you go. All right.
Mhm.
Now, what I'd like to ask all of you is when I dictated all that, I've been doing this for 16 years. What did you think? How would you feel about, would you be open to sending that email out to everyone you've known in your entire life? Tina says yes. Does anyone say no? Oh, gasp. It's too long.
Well, sometimes I've learned like I will get like I know the no feeling where I'm like, ooh, it's a lot. But then I'm just like, no, it works. Just stop. And everything works, nothing doesn't. And the people that are meant to be attracted to us will engage. And those that are not, we're just saving
I
our time.
wrote for the person who's interested, not for the
Yeah.
person who's not. And I wrote
Yes.
the email as a funnel.
About the people that don't want to get the email. They're just not meant for this message, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's written as a funnel. It
Yeah.
addresses the whole market up the top, invites them to unsubscribe, moves into a middle of the funnel offers to search for homes to get a free home value report. You can call
Mhm.
those lead magnets.
Mhm.
Call those lead magnets. And at the bottom, it's like a bottom of the funnel offer of like just talk to you. Now, I promise you, you'll have people replying back yelling at you.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Hug your haters. Now you know who not to spend time on. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
Right? You're also going to have people replying back saying, "It is so great you emailed me. I'm actually thinking about moving. Let's talk."
Mhm.
And you get really excited of like, man, I just really communicated well one to many for the first time.
Yeah.
You know? So I encourage you all to send something like that out. Okay. And then going forward, sit down on your phone, come up with a script, make a video answering a question. I think you guys kind of get it. Edit it, put it on your website, put it on YouTube, extract a short, post it on your social media, email it out. That's kind of given, right? What everybody wants. Um, the big challenge there usually is shooting the video. Now, are you guys doing those on your own, Ryan, or are you hopping on Riverside with us?
We're on Riverside.
Speak to that a little bit.
Okay, so I mean, it's truly, I mean, we come, it depends on who's shooting that day and what they're talking about, if how much prep work you're doing. But essentially, you're coming to Riverside with, they have like a, I don't know if everybody works with Ali, but Ali's amazing.
It was
He
great.
showed up, we show up to Ali, and then we just do one take. And if you make a mistake, you just stop yourself and you start going again. And Ali will tell you, like, oh, hey, maybe rephrase that. And you just rephrase that. And I don't know, this whole thing can take a half hour, maybe, but I mean, I'm at the point where I'll film 2 videos in 10 minutes. Um, and just kind of film the video, and then the next thing you know, a week later, you're getting like you're getting the draft of the video and the email and the blog, and you're allowed to make edits and give suggestions of, can you change this? Can you do this? Like we I don't know if you guys love that we do this, but we're like, can we advertise this property in the newsletter?
Yeah, of
Like
course.
they're so great with
Mhm.
us to customize the newsletters so that we're also not just putting the video out, but we're also putting the messages out that we want to add to that. So like when we do our community service events, like we're, promoting that, we're promoting special listings that we have. So there's this nice collaboration that's happening with this process, but we're not editing any videos.
No.
It's great.
We actually send you some script suggestions beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Then we schedule a time. And again, you can do this with a buddy. Give me some script suggestions beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Come prepared to your studio time. Now it's like this way. And you shoot with a nice camera and on Riverside with like a producer or a buddy. But we do that for you.
Yeah.
And then we got the footage. And then it goes into editing, optimization, promotion. Vyral does all of that.
And then we'll send like B-roll, like we just did one about the Concord Farmers Market. And so I had a bunch of video and photos from just like going to the farmers market. So we were able to do a video that then they just took everything that we sent them for footage and made it like a real nice video about the market. So
Mhm.
you can collaborate in that way too.
Yeah, so you can record videos and send them out, and the whole idea behind there. Let me give you some examples of maybe what that looks like. Usually you need like a marketing person to kind of hold the editorial process accountable, make
Mhm.
sure the stuff goes out, get the writing, get the posting, get the editing. The idea is you just kind of show up and shoot, right?
Yeah.
You
I
shoot.
used to get so stressed. I would like stress sweat for like an hour before the appointment. And now, because I've been doing it for 4 years, I'm way more chill about it. But you just have to commit and then just keep showing up.
So this is kind of what it looks like to create video content to stay in touch with your database. So people spend time with you, get to know you, watch your videos. You guys all get the gist. This
Hmm.
is what it looks like, right? So what do you get? I mean, people watch your videos, they see your emails, like, oh yeah, that person's smart, that person can probably help me, that person's competent. I kind of like that individual. You get the views, you get the likes, you get the shares, you get we call them all the vanity metrics, is what we call them. But here's the big thing. So I recommend like two of these a month out every month to your list. And we take full responsibility here at Viral for making that happen. All right. Now, how do you convert that attention into leads? Those are lead magnets. Can you share the lead generation emails or the lead magnets that put together to kind of spike response to a landing page
Yeah,
and
the
how that
sometimes.
works, Ryan?
Yeah, and sometimes we forget that you send them out, and all of a sudden we're like, why do we have 24 home value requests that just came in? And it can be a little overwhelming if you kind of forget that they did it. But they send out these emails that are very like how Frank was just riffing that text that is they're very engaging, and then people put their addresses in and they want you to contact them about their home value. So those go out. I mean, you're supposed to do one a month. Sometimes we get a little bit judgy on the text and we don't send one out, I'll be honest.
That's fine.
Um, yeah, I know. Ideally we were. But yeah, so then we get a spreadsheet of everybody, but at this point we have a whole back end system so that we're getting tags, and our CRM is prompting the agent to follow up and leave notes or whatever. But I mean, they work because I mean last year we signed 66 listings, and I think that's lots has to do with, I mean, sellers want confident people that understand the market and can guide them, and I think the videos and the constant touch is that in the forefront of that decision making of when they finally are actually going to list.
So let's share. Let's get really clear here. Let's plan for March. Okay. So everyone who's here, let's make a plan. Now you can change this, but this is a good enough plan. I think you should make two videos next month on how do I know how much my home is worth, And is the cost of housing finally coming down? It is in some places. Those are great topics for March. I want you to answer those questions on video. And actually, if you go over here, there's a whole script worksheet available to you that we can fill out with you together. Hashtags, the whole YouTube description, all that. Well, really, what I'm sharing here is the lead magnet. How do you convert this attention into leads? Well, in March, Ryan, on the consumer side, I'd like you to send out an invite to download your spring home selling guide.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, sometimes I get a little stressed about that, but we still do it. And then people download it.
Why do you get stressed out?
Because I'm just like many people, you just want to have authority over everything. Um, and you want to have everything perfect, but really it's just about execution um and just doing it. Everything works.
Yeah. You're probably wondering, where's the guide? What guide are you
You
talking about?
need the guide. That's the thing.
Right?
In our branding, like it's all done.
Well,
It's
I gotcha. So
yeah.
we recommend you guys go over to Keeping Current Matters, and they put together beautiful guides every spring and fall. And you can sign up for a free trial and personalize it. And they're really, really good, Ryan. They're not gonna like embarrass you like a chat GPT guide that you print off without looking at it.
Hmm.
And they do a really nice job. And you can actually get them with a free trial. See? They should be putting the spring one up in 2026 shortly. But the point is you would send out an email and post on social media for someone to request the home selling guide. And now you have the seller lead. One of the other ones that we did this month, we're doing right now this month for customers. I don't know if you're doing it, Ryan. It's up to you. But home selling webinars. So you can see for February is, would you like to attend to a webinar to learn how to sell your home? And for the sake of time, I'll put this link in the chat. Check it out. Hang on.
Attention Arizona home sellers. If you're thinking of selling,
I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, I don't think we are doing this, but maybe we should.
Yeah, you don't have to. You're doing things. You can take as much as you want.
Attention Arizona home sellers. If you're thinking of selling your home, but you're not sure if it's the right time because the market feels softer, interest rates are higher, and buyers are negotiating harder than ever, these are all valid concerns. Don't worry, I've got your back. I'll show you how to sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time with minimal headache. That's why I'm hosting a live virtual home seller workshop. We're going to cover everything you need to know about today's market conditions, how to avoid pricing and preparation mistakes that can cost sellers thousands of dollars, and most importantly, how to sell your home with confidence in an ever-changing market. All of this and more, click the link below to register for this webinar, and I look forward to seeing you there. Attention.
Pretty cool, huh? So you can see how that's kind of like a lead magnet. And long story short, he had 34 people submit their information that they would like to learn from him how to sell their house.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put a link to the success story here. And you could pick any lead magnets you want. There's a whole bunch. I mean, the on the consumer side, hey, do you want to find out what your home is worth? Hey, do you want a free home selling guide? Hey, do you want a free ticket to my home selling workshop? Hey, would you like to get on my would you like a cash offer from like an investor? Those work nicely. Um, on the recruiting side, would you like a copy of my listing presentation? Would you like a copy of my book of scripts that we use in our office? Would you like to sit in on our next team meeting, either in person or virtually? Would you like a copy of my business plan for the year? Those work on the recruiting side. What do you've been doing this for 4 years, Ryan? Like when you come up with a lead magnet and then
Yeah.
you want to send out on either the recruiting side or the consumer side, which one do you is like, yeah, that's pretty consistently strong.
The home value, like if as long as you aren't doing them every month, those are very consistent. On the recruiting side, here's my best performing videos for the last year, like
Hmm.
every time people with all my scripts. And so that happened, that I get people do that one.
Which topic? What do you send out?
Yeah, like you, it's like the email is, I think it's happened every year. It's like, here's a link or whatever, however you guys do it on your back end, but the email is like, here's my best performing videos.
Oh,
And
yeah. Best
yeah,
performing newsletters. Yeah. So, hey,
yeah.
would you like a
Recruiting.
copy? So I've been
No.
sending newsletters out all year. I've been making videos all year. I
Yes.
grabbed like the top performers that crushed it.
Yes.
Would you like these? And we'll give them to you if you put your contact information in.
Yes. That one always get like, I think that happens once a year and there's
Yeah.
every, like sometimes there's like 50 people that want it. And I'm always surprised. Because I'm like, what is all, because I forget that the email's going out and then on the back end, like it goes out and then all these requests come in. Um, what I think the best part too is that like it's all so much of it's just hands off. Like you guys are setting it up. And so that's why it always feels like a shock when the responses start coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's kind of bring this a little bit full circle here. How do we get more business from your database? And how could we do it in a way where it's not so exhausting or having just like slog away one to one proving ourselves to strangers, you know, and
Yeah.
live like Ryan. All right. Well, I'll kind of walk you through how to think about this. Let's walk through the system. Let's walk through the system of a 10,000 foot view of what you're doing here. Okay. All right. So here's how this works. You take your existing relationships, which I showed you how to do today, and we're just going to subscribe them, letting people opt out if they want. We're going to send them nurture videos to stay in touch, to build our authority and our positioning to be top of mind. Okay. And we're going to send them some lead magnets. We're going to call the people, or you can have an assistant call the people watching the videos or opting into lead magnets to book appointments. And typically, for every 3 appointments you go on, especially when the leads have been generated from a warm list, you make one sale, a new client. That's it. Which then begs the question, well, how do I build my database? Well, that's another discussion. There's lots of ways to go get permission. And that's the key. Permission from somebody who you've met to say, can I add you to my real estate newsletter? Can I add you to my videos? You put them in brevity, all right? Put them and sync them over on the touch program where they spend time with you. And then maybe someone else calls, someone else follows up saying, Ryan asked me to call you. I see that you did this. I see you're watching this. I see you requested this. Would you like to talk to where I can schedule an appointment? And they book calls for you. And now all you're essentially doing is now living around the world publishing and showing up to scheduled phone calls if you build the system right. And that's what we've been teaching at Vyral Marketing for about 16 years. You've been doing a pretty good form of this, Ryan, of essentially executing this, but may not have been as clearly articulated as you see here on this page. So I'd like you guys to go out and do this. That's why I'm here. Let's open. We have 10 minutes left. I'd like to open it up for questions. The promise today was to get more business from your database with video. I want you to think about maybe what obstacles you have in your way, see if I can give you some advice or some tools or some ways to help remove it. Tina asks, in year one, you went from 0 to how many warm, hot leads, Tina? Or Ryan?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm sorry. That was like 4 years ago. 0 to how many warm hot leads? It's a good question. I wasn't, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more about it's like the consistency compounds, I think. Um, and it's the quality that comes from it over time. That's really more about it. And the leverage. Because before Viral, we were trying to do a newsletter on our own and it was so laborious. It was just a text newsletter with some photos. And it took one, I was like squirrel, so I was all over the place. And then Alicia was like always trying to time block to like put this thing together and then the lists and it was just like so much work for such a little product. Um, and really what it comes down to is just that idea of who, not how. Who do you need in your world to like bring you to the next level? And I think that's where finding the people that excel at the thing that you need is is the next level to success for anybody in any industry or whatever you're doing. We can't be everything to everybody.
When it comes to the who, usually he's like, well, I got to pay him.
Of
How do you?
course. Of course.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, so, let's talk money.
But getting to, I heard Ben Kinney say this once, like when you start paying for leverage, when you have that extra time that now you're getting, you make a decision. Am I using it to do more dollar producing activities or am I using it for leisure? And so that's really just up to you, like how you're going to take that extra time that now you have to go to like what are you going to do? So if you're going to choose to do leisure activities, then yes, this is going to feel stressful. But now if you can use the in the beginning the extra time to do some things that maybe like for us a big thing that we do on our team is like we show up in the things we're passionate about to build authentic connections with people. So like this is a point of leverage to give us more time to go do that.
So how do you think about the fee? How do you justify this ROI on this? Think about maybe what the other options are.
Well, I thought about how much time I was paying a salaried person to do it, how much time I was paying, like how much time was collectively my time and Alicia's time going in to make a newsletter. We're just talking about a newsletter that was not video. And it was hours and it was like maybe going out once a month. So I was that's where I started where I was like, okay, with Vyral, I'm paying this fee and I'm getting two videos. And not only am I getting newsletters that go out to emails. I'm getting YouTube. They're putting it on Facebook. They're putting it on Instagram. They're writing all the caption. We have a blog. Now we have this amazing blog on our website that's like, years and years of SEO. And I was like, that we cannot do that on our own because one, we're also not like skilled in that. So it's just like you just have to choose where you're spending money in your business. Are you actually going to get that geometric effect? And I do think that this is one of those things where we get that effect.
So Margaret asked a good question. This is anytime you're spending money on your business. When you are looking to hire the who, be that us or anyone, what were your biggest fears when you departed with this money?
For me,
Yeah.
well, like that me personally showing up to the video is going to be terrible. Like it was more about, sorry, I don't know why this camera keeps doing this. Um,
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
I think
fine.
it was just like a user error on my end. But outside of that too is just like holding yourself accountable to doing it because in the beginning too, when you sign on with you guys, there's a lot of just like that kind of homework in the beginning that you have like you need great for your website. You need to put the time block on the time to do the work to get it set up. And I think also you have to give it time to see that you're getting in the cadence of actually doing it.
Margaret, I wanted her to answer that question. We have a zero fear guarantee because there's always worry of like, will I get the business? Will I get clients? Will I like myself on video? There's uncertainty whenever you depart with money to grow your business. I think it's important that the vendor or who you choose to get you to where you want to go shares in that risk. So we reverse that risk for you. And for any reason, in the first 90 days, if you want your money refunded, we'll refund all your money for any reason. And typically, what's the reason you buy marketing? Well, I need more appointments with people that want to give me money, right? Our typical client, average client, books an extra 6 appointments from their database when they put this marketing in place in the first 90 days. And I will tell you, for those of you that are leaders and recruiting agents that need clients, if you're able to execute on some level of what we're doing to your agents, this is a promise you can probably make them that you can probably see an extra 6 appointments by putting our database marketing system in place in your business to grow when you come join our team or work at our brokerage or whatever it may be. All right. So I want to remove some of that risk. And what's nice is for us, you can start with a completely free trial. So you don't have to worry about the parting of the money. And then you can hire us and you get the 90-day money back guarantee if something doesn't go right. So I think that's a good sharing of the risk when you bring somebody on, right? Well, what other questions do you guys have for Ryan? Feel free to ask him here. Ryan, why don't you share what you're up to these days? How can agents get involved in your world and want to work with you that like how you live your life? Like, yeah, that's the North Star. I want my business.
Yeah, well, we're actually adding to our team, which we weren't doing for a while. So now we're back to adding to our team. So, and also we're just looking for partnerships beyond our team too. So if you're interested in like learning, I mean, we do strategy sessions. Um, my husband's a great coach too. So if he coached me to do this, honestly, when it comes down to it, he's always been a life by design person. And so we started, I don't know if anybody realizes half the year I live out of the country. And so it started in 2017. We started experimenting with like working remote. And then it's turned into this, but that was all because of his coaching. So like if you want to get more into it about, we call it like second mountain. So like you've built a business, but how do you build a life of significance? And so that's kind of something that if you want to talk more about, both of us are really passionate about. I don't know. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're just looking to grow. We're excited. Help more people achieve higher quality of life while also running a great business they're proud of.
Thank you. You will be very well served to work with you and guide them. You've done a very nice job.
Thank you.
Margaret, let me ask you a question again in a different way. I think there's more intent behind your question. It's all returned to you. So you own all your content. It's all private. It's all confidential. It's your videos to your list. It's your email account. It's your website. Everything we built for you, you own. And if you quit, you just give it back to you, press the delete button.
Mm.
That's it. So you don't have to worry about your list being used for something else or be given up to someone else. Absolutely not. That's nope. I would be banished from the industry if that ever happened in my career. I promise you that. And one of the things you probably want to look at is, what is the trust of the firm you're engaging? If you have some time, you can go back years and see some of the track record we have for the 16 years of Vyral at doing this. But with that, let's wrap it up, Ryan. Do you have a link you can drop or your email address and put it to everyone that if they have questions for you, or they want to reach out to you, or they're interested in joining your team? I also know that you're at eXp Realty now, and there's an incentive there at the revenue share to get involved in your world at the brokerage side, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do
It's
they get a
even
hold of you?
beyond that. It's like the organization is the most exciting thing to me because I love building a team, but I love this idea that I can build something bigger than a team. And so that's really like been the thing with moving over to EXP that's been super exciting. Like you can build something where you're helping people grow, but they don't necessarily have to like tie into your brand, which I just think is really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. You have our contact information. I'll drop my email here really quick. We're going to send the replay out, and hopefully, we delivered on the promise of why you came to the webinar. Show me how to get more business from my database with video. There you have it.
Thanks, Frank.
There you have it. And then, Ryan, we got a call coming up. I think you and I are going to talk, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
One
book it.
more? Cool.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Everyone, have a great
Bye.
day. See you guys.